get right into the topic. Made the decision. Well, it's been announced over the last hour or so. You're vacating that IBF title. Talk me through your emotions. Now it's obviously still very fresh for you.
Yeah, man, they stripped me for the belt if I was to fight, so we vacated. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, my focus is El Lazaro on the 23rd of December. You know, we're a week out, and that is my full focus. I'm just ready to jump in the ring.
Did you expect, maybe a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more loyalty or a little bit more, assistance, or just them working with you on trying to get this done?
Man, I don't expect nothing from no one. You know what I mean? No favors. I'm out here on my own journey, doing my own thing. You know what I mean? Looking after the people that I love. So this is where I am. I'm on one of the biggest stages in boxing history, and that's all I got to focus on. You know what I mean? This fight is a massive accomplishment on its own. You know, obviously I'd prefer to have the belt, but unfortunately it's panned out this way, and I just got to stay focused. These things happen.
And I understand the idea is to have this fight and then you fight maybe another once or twice back in Saudi Arabia again for big money, right? Like life-changing sums of money. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Well, it's not just about the money as well. You know what I mean? Like the profile, the building, to being a part on these cards. It's like fighting for world titles on its own. And I've still got the Ring Magazine world title as well. And people know who the best cruiserweight is. You know what I mean? The fights will come back. The belts will come back. I mean, like everything else will fall into place. I just got to keep winning. Keep training hard, staying focused, and I can do that. The best is yet to come from my career. I haven't even reached my peak yet, I feel. And the future's still bright for me. This is just another stepping stone, another chapter in the book. So, what's next? Who's next? Let's go.
And like you say, like this is, I reckon it's probably the biggest, best boxing card I've ever seen. Like the names on it, champions, former world champions, multiple divisions, that kind of stuff. Like you say, it puts you in. For your profile, it's probably bigger than a Briedis fight, a Briedis rematch on in Poland or even in Australia, right? Like it puts you on that big stage.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, I feel like this is the biggest boxing card in history. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not like lately, you've been seeing like cross platforms and like UFC fighters fight boxers or YouTubers fight this bullshit selling fights. They sell fights in press conferences and acting like complete Fruit Loops. This is just pure boxing. You know what I mean? This is what it's about. This is a boxing stage. People get mixed up with boxing and show business. You know what I mean? They sell a fight with their mouth, not their ability and their skills. But this is a respectable fight night. And I'm honored to be a part of it, but at the same time, I deserve to be here. I've done the hard work. You know what I mean? This wasn't handed. This wasn't just given out. I fucking scratched and clawed to get here. So, I've earned my spot here, and I'm gonna earn it again in a week's time.
So you think back to the Briedis fight, and you busted your jaw. It was wide shut for weeks, and now to have sort of, it feels like the IBF could have made just a bit of concessions, just a bit of leniency. Like it just doesn't sit right. It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't, bro. It is frustrating, and that's the hardest part. It wasn't the fight or just breaking the jaw in the fight. It was the 4 months eating out of a straw afterwards. You know what I mean? The whole fucking depression of that mental deep darkness that you got to drag yourself out of coming back from an injury like that. You know what I mean? But I'm still here. I'm still up. I'm still fighting on the biggest shows in the world. So they can't break me. You know what I mean? I've had people going against me my whole career, and we're still here. We're making history. So it is what it is, man. We're looking forward, not backwards. We got this. fight. We got Ellis Zorro, who I need to be, and I'm not looking past him. I've trained extremely hard. I'm ready for 12 rounds of war. You know what I mean? Wherever this fight goes, I'm ready. And then we got another fight after that. But this is my first priority first. You know what I mean? If I lose these fights, I treat it like if I lose these fights, my career is over. That's how serious I take this shit. So, I'm just ready to put on a show and get this job done.
You spoke a bit about, I've read a little bit about, the months eating through a straw and everything. Like what was that time like? You just won a world title, right? You should be parades and you should be, looking forward to a title defense. You weren't able to. Like how mentally, like what was that couple of months like?
Yeah, it was difficult, but it's made me who I am today. What doesn't break you makes you. It's all a chapter in the book that's just progressed into what it is today. You know what I mean? The people don't understand the frustration of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? That surgery, and then things went wrong with this healing process. Like it was it dragged on. You know what I mean? And then we got it good. We had tried to have a few more fights. The Polish guy kept pulling out. Then we had a fighter from the UK pull out. Like there's several mandatories that have just pulled out on me and held me back from moving forward. You know what I mean? Like Briedis isn't the first time. They've only just stripped me now because of Briedis. But this shit's been happening since the start of the year. You know what I mean? But now that it's happened with Briedis, everyone just wants to talk about Briedis. Well, it's been holding me back for ages now. You know what I mean? I've had one fight back and, just defending the belt. It's been a frustrating road. It's been a frustrating road for me and my team. We give this sport and this journey 100%, and it feels like we get not even 5% back. You know what I mean? The time, the effort, the sacrifice. It's frustrating, but fight nights like this, it means it's paying off. You know what I mean? These are the opportunities we've been waiting for. So it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It would be stupid to throw away an opportunity like this. So the fact that they don't see that either and they're not backing me is just it blows my mind. But at the same time, it is what it fucking is. So let's go.
And then even thinking back to that Jordan Thompson fight, I remember, I think you said like it felt like you were the B-side. You were the champ, but it felt like you were the B-side, and they were trying to build him up. I don't know, it was something with the press conference, the size of the ring, like all fight week. It felt like, yeah, I think you said afterwards you really felt a little bit disrespected, given that were the champ.
It was, they didn't give me. That was the Jordan Thompson fight night. You know what I mean? They wanted him to win. They wanted my belt to stay there, which I understand. You know what I mean? It was like when Briedis come to Australia. I had my whole country backing me. Had my whole, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what it was like when I was over there. You know what I mean? But their plans didn't go how they wanted it, and now they're all backing me. You know what I mean? And I said that when I first got there. I said we were there to earn respect, not disrespect. And that's what we did. You know what I mean? We went there, we made a statement, and now they're all, jumped on the Opetaia bandwagon, and I'm grateful for it. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for that opportunity because I love the UK fans. You know what I mean? The UK fans they love real fights. They're good fans. So the way my fan base sort of grew from that fight, it was a really respectfully earned thing. So it was awesome the way it turned out, and I'm looking at doing the exact same thing in a week's time here in Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? These fight fans are awesome as well. They love sports over here. They love boxing, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to conquer one at a time. We're just going to keep building, keep progressing, keep spreading our wings. And everything else will fall into place.
Were there any guys that you sort of reached out to talk about this decision? I know like Joe Parker's over there. Any guys like that you I don't know, just talked it out with?
Not really, man. We got my own team that we sat down and had conversations with. We're not following anyone's footsteps. We're walking an unwalked path. You know what I mean? No one's I feel like where we come from and doing what we're doing, no one's done what we're doing. You know what I mean? No one's had the way we have got to where we are has been such a fucking struggle and a grind that, you know, we've been stacked up against the odds, me and my team. You know, my management crew, Mickey Francis, you know, we're constantly just up against the odds. And we're still here, still on the biggest stage. They can't break us. You know what I mean? It makes us stronger. It makes us more driven. The more in the gym, you know, they ain't seen the best of us yet.
Is what how do you sort of envision the path back to world titles? You know, everyone in boxing wants to be a world champion. What is next? Like, how do you get back there? Is it with the IBF or is it with another sanctioning body? How long do you want to stay at cruiserweight? Yeah, if you plan to go up to heavy.
You know, I feel like I've still got a few boxes to tick. Like I said, I'm only 28. You know what I mean? Like I'm good. You know, I train hard. I'm, and I feel like I'm getting better. You know what I mean? I'm not this international fight. You know, I've only defended my belt once. I only won the world title against Briedis, and then I got to defend it once. You know what I mean? Those international fights, they're progressing me. You know what I mean? And now this fight on this big stage is gonna even put us even higher, and you know, physically, mentally, we're growing. You know, it's people, man. Bro, we're just getting started. You know what I mean? I just got to keep training hard, keep winning these fights, and the rest will fall into